Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I have watched the first 8 episodes of Prisoner of Beauty on Viki and I want to talk about it. So Prisoner of Beauty is a Tencent original drama and the drama stars Liu Yining, who you might know from Journey of Love, um, and who you also might know as the singer of many of our favorite OSTs. And the female lead is played by Song Ju-er, who we are very happy was relieved from being accused of tax evasion. So yay, that's why we will finally able to get the drama. The drama is 36 episodes and it is currently ongoing. So let's talk about it. So the drama follows enemies to lovers. Pretty much politically, their families are at odds. Her family, back in the day, her grandfather did not save his family during a time of crisis when they had an alliance, and it has caused a 14-year long beef. The male lead is the only surviving son of his particular family, and so he has a lot of hatred towards the female lead's family. Her grandfather wants them to get married because he believes that a marital alliance will pretty much kind of resolve all the generational beef. Obviously, it doesn't really happen that quickly. He really hates her. She has to try her hardest to convince him that she is trustworthy, although she's still being manipulative because she has to protect her own family while also trying to get him to trust her. So you can imagine that it's a very interesting dynamic and there's a lot of tension between the couple as well. Now let's get into like what I like about the story and stuff like that. So I really love the narrative structure of the first 8 episodes. I think it's really solid. I think there's enough tension between the couple and it really builds throughout those 8 episodes, all the way to them being married, all the way to her becoming a Wei and her ending up in his family home. I think one thing I don't particularly like is that you have a second female lead and the second female lead's annoying mother. And I feel like the couple has enough tension between them that you don't really need the whole, is he gonna have a concubine? This lady wants to be his concubine thing. Like it feels unnecessary, especially in a 36 episode drama that, as I said, has a lot of tension between the main couple. That feels quite unnecessary. Um, Now, the official second female lead is her cousin, who she calls her older sister, who falls in love with a servant, and she allows her to basically run away with the servant because the female lead was actually supposed to marry another guy, but she decided not to because she just thought he wasn't honorable because he didn't give her a lynx. So she lets her cousin marry the love of her life instead of having to marry the military guy, so takes her cousin's place. And part of it's because she knows that she's smarter than her cousin, and she's like, "You're in love, great, and I'm smarter than you, so I'm gonna be able to actually deal with the troubles of being a part of the Wei family and managing our family at the same time." And she meets with her cousin at a certain point in time, and she's like, "Go to this particular place, and protect it for me so that I have a backup plan in case things really mess up here." So female lead is really, really smart. She is a strategist, she's amazing at it. And then her husband, our male lead, is a really, really scary military general. He's a softie at heart, but he's had to be hardened through like all the trauma he's experienced. Like he saw his grandfather die, his father die, and his brother die. Like that's traumatic. Like, and he's just been raised by the ladies in his life his whole life, and nobody really expected him to survive that, but he managed to, and that's why he's so cold. And I don't love him in the first 8 episodes. Like he's awful to the female lead, but you can understand why because she's also manipulating him, and he knows it. So it's very toxic at the moment. It's definitely enemies to lovers, dark romance. I think this is probably the most intense dark romance drama I've ever watched. And I think the title is quite apt, Prisoner of Beauty, because as soon as he sees her, he's like, oh, like he's already kind of taken in by her and he's having to continuously like restrain himself from just kind of loving her to the extent that when they had their wedding ceremony, he doesn't do any of the rites. She's doing all of it. She's just like filled with anxiety, filled with so much fear. And she's crying and sobbing because right as they get married, she finds out that her grandfather has died. And right before that, too, she makes this whole speech about, building an alliance and all this stuff. And when she finds out her grandfather died, she just crumbles. And then she gets sick as they're traveling to his household. So she's really, really, really suffering for just trying to help her family and trying to fulfill her grandmother, not grandmother, her grandfather's wish. of the marital alliance and for there to be peace between their families. Like it's really, really sad. One thing I want to eventually learn this show as well. I haven't read the book, but I'd love to know like who her mother is, who her cousin's mother is, like why. It's funny how like the girls in her particular family are so precious. And I've never really seen historical drama that really treats that have like the men in the family treat the women as precious. Like they say shady shit stuff, they say super misogynistic things, but these daughters are so precious to them and I really love that. But I want to know more about like their mothers, like just how this family came to like really appreciate the women in their family to the extent that she can have the confidence to go out there and protect her family and marry into her enemy's family as well. But I'm hoping for a happy ending. I don't know if we will get one, but if they eventually become super sweet and romantic, it would be so cute to see them be like a nice couple because they're clearly attracted to each other. They're both young and they're both really smart. Like, aside from them being enemies to lovers, I mean, these people have a great amount of sexual tension and just great chemistry anyway. So I'm hoping that the romance develops quite nicely. And again, I want to say that the politics in this drama is really well described. I know exactly what's going on, and if I don't know what's going on, they're always going to have somebody telling me that, like a servant asking questions that I might want to ask. And I know some people find that annoying because they're like, oh, I don't want, Ryder to think I'm stupid and I can't figure things out. But sometimes I don't want the implication. I want you to like explicitly say it. So I actually like that the show does that as well. The OST is fantastic. Liu Yining is singing of quite a few songs in it, so you know it's going to be good. But OST is great. His songs are great. The other songs are great. I love the cinematography. Like it visually looks so appealing. It almost looks like a higher budget version of Love Like the Galaxy. I love the aerial shots that the show takes and just the grand scale of everything. Like it feels very cinematic, and I love that. And I honestly, personally, I really like Liu Yuning's styling in this drama a lot more than I did in Journey to Love. I like his styling. I think he looks very mature and very handsome here. Obviously, he always does look like that, but especially so here. And Song Jua is gorgeous and such a pretty crier. Like she made me like my heart literally broke like hearing her cry. Like it was so emotional, and oh, she's great. She's great. I'm so glad we're able to see her on our screens, and everything just ended up being okay. But I'm really enjoying it, and especially the narrative structure is just amazing, and I hope they can keep that up for the whole 36 episodes. And if Tensen's a bit more ahead than Vicky, but if you watch past episode 8, let me know if you think there are any changes in the narrative structure, anything that you don't particularly like, anything you do like. Mention it in the comments below. I'm okay with spoilers, so yeah. If you like my channel, please subscribe. If you like this video, please hit the like button below and comment any thoughts below. Thank you very much and have a lovely evening or day. Bye bye.